Hey Gemini, this is Perrymore Tarot's daily reading for July 30th, 2024. This is for Gemini. Last shuffle coming out for Gemini. Let's see what's going on. Gemini, we have conflict and we have stuck energy. So, honestly, Gemini, this looks like you may be really. I mean, it's plain. There's a lot that has not been resolved in a conflict, and you may be still like on certain points. Before I did this reading, I could feel somebody not able to forgive a situation, not able to understand something. Like someone could have explained to you why they acted a certain way, especially when it comes to your living situation. And you're still like, I know that you told me what your issue is, but I'm still not understanding what the deal was, why you acted the way you did towards me. Um, I'm specifically getting a thing of a person afraid to let you down, afraid to lose you or something, so they disengage. And that would be something where it's like, nah, that still doesn't explain why you said certain things. This does not explain why you breadcrumbed me or why you kept changing up on me. Like 1 minute you're good, the next minute we're back at square one. I'm not understanding. There's someone, the conflict is in the game. You may feel like someone's playing games because they keep going back and forth. There's a lot of stress and anxiety, and it's like, why do I have to feel anxious? There's something wrong with this picture. So we have the Knight of Cups and the Four of Wands that falls out. And that's usually about an apology. Typically the Knight of Cups or the Page of Cups, they're coming with an offer, an emotional offer, like, I'm sorry, I apologize. They haven't really said, will you forgive me, or offered that energy. They kind of expect you to forgive them. There's it looks like a heartfelt conversation about a living situation, a heartfelt conversation about where something to do with home or wanting to celebrate something. And there was a conflict in it where some truths were revealed. I mean, some real, this is like raw truth. And I see a person with conflict, Ace of Swords, Page of Cups, Justice, and Queen of Swords. Still, there's still something open. There's still something there that still causes, for some reason, even though you may have the truth, it still makes you very sad. Truth can be sad, right? But there's something about the truth that is very sad. And the stuck energy with Two of Pentacles and the Four of Swords, it's like someone is still back and forth. Like you may feel like, like someone reveals their truest innermost feelings, but then, and they're at peace, but their peace looks like ignoring you. They're good with it now. They can sleep tonight. You can't sleep. They're good now. Or and now that I've said it, I don't have to make amends. I don't have to, because I'm not seeing a forgive me. I'm not seeing a accept this energy. I'm just seeing someone who kind of feels entitled to you for accepting their apology. Um, you may be stuck on the fact that now they're at peace, and you're just like, but there there's still some residual feelings here. There's still some issues here. There's still something that gives me pause. There's still something that bothers me about this whole thing, whatever the conflict was. You may feel like you got breadcrumbed, like maybe you had to stair step the answers out of them. I can't stand that. If you're going to tell the truth, you got to tell it all. Don't have me asking you more questions. Don't make me ask you. You know exactly what you're giving. You know what I mean? That annoys me to no end. You're like, what's the problem? Oh, nothing. I'm just, it's like, oh, nothing. Or, I'm just sad because something isn't right. It's like, well, what is the something? I don't like this. What is this? Give me the details. Stop making me draw it out of you. And so you may be in this space with a person where you have to draw stuff out of them. Yeah. Or they sugarcoat the truth. Fragmented energy is Hanged Man and the Page of Wands. You're torn because you may be left with deciding what the truth is. The conflict is they may have really told you, but they may, that's the part that bothers me, is that someone did tell you the truth, but they didn't give you the details of it. Like, um, yeah, I don't like it, and it's like, well, what don't you like about it, and what is it? What is that? What is going on? And the fragmented energy aspect tells me that there's you may be left to either surrender to whatever you were told, or you have to kind of come up with your own um, come to your own conclusion based on what is in front of you. You still feel antsy, you still feel uncomfortable with the truth because something feels like there's a little bit missing here, and that's disappointing. It's like fragmented truth, or what they're telling you is different from what you see. Oh, I'm at peace, but if you're at peace, why are you ignoring me? You know what I mean? Like, if you're at peace, what's going on? I don't know about that. Knight of Swords and the Six of Wands with the loving man. This is someone who is waiting to get hurt. They're speaking from a place of, they're telling you surface things, right? This is like, I'm speaking to you, not gender specific, but this would be someone that's coming to speak to you, and it's more in defense. They are just waiting. So this, if you're having a conversation with someone in this energy, with all this stuff here, they're not waiting to clear things up. They're waiting to defend themselves. They wouldn't communicate and say, this is the deal, and then hear what you have to say, comprehend it, and then respond. They're waiting to defend themselves. Whatever you say, they're just itching to say something else back. They're just expecting for them to be blamed, or for them to have for something to be over, or just some loss or disappointment. They're expecting it. So this would be someone who is like, they may say cold things on the fly, especially if you're in public. Would be someone that you don't want to have a conversation with, anything like involving anything publicly or in front of witnesses. They're going to act a fool because they feel put on the defense. But they're naturally that way. It's not that you are doing anything to them. Truth is offensive to someone in this energy. Oh, I'm in public, and I've got to make it look like, even if they're totally in the wrong, they needed to be balanced. You got to accept some wrong too. You may not have done anything. The conflict would be in the truth. This is someone who will not accept the truth. The truth is hurtful. The truth is, you know, um, they don't want to be wrong. They don't want to be a disappointment. They don't want to be the one that breaks others' hearts, right? Because they're the heartbroken one, kind of vibe. So it's good. You might be left to your own devices to try to draw conclusions about what is being said to you, although they are telling the truth. But it's really obvious that they're playing games as well. I think your truth is different from the truth. It's like, well, the truth is different from their truth. How about that? But it looks like they play games. They only tell bits and pieces of something. The bits and pieces are true, but it's up to you to put it together, to ask more questions, to get clarity. That is ridiculous to me. Ridiculous. That, I think that's the one thing that irritates me the most. If you don't lay it out on the line, and how is anything going to get healed if you're not honest? Healing comes from truth. Lay it out there. Tell what you did. Tell what you've done. Say what your guilt is. Say what the problem is. Break it down. I never understand it. I know that it's hard sometimes, but man, I'm sorry, Gemini. I'm speaking for y'all. I'm over here mad. Like, if you're in this situation, I'm kind of mad for you, because I'm like, just be honest. If you were bold enough to do certain things, you need to be bold enough to say what you did, right? That's called being a grown up. That's called being accountable for what you do and who you are. Someone may apologize, especially about a heartfelt conversation when it comes to a household. That's one thing I see, but I also just see them kind of skirting around the part where they've let you down. And if you bring it up, especially if it's in front of other people, expect them to act like you just kicked their pet or something. Just expect them to act this way. Yeah, I don't like it, but it is what it is. You could be dealing with a Libra or a Pisces. We also have another Gemini or an Aquarius. Cancer or Scorpio. So you could be a Gemini Cancer cusp, you could be dealing with a Libra Scorpio cusp, or an Aquarius Pisces cusp. And if you're not dealing with those signs could also be in your chart. All right, if you'd like to book a personal reading with me, my links are on my page. Peace, love, and light. Take care.